Ready Player One is an adaptation of the 2011 graphic novel of the same name that was written by Ernest Cline. The movie adaptation is written by Zach Penn and Ernest Cline, directed by Steven Spielburg, and stars Tye Sheridan and Olivia Cooke. It's also a ton of fun.
There's nowhere left to go. Nowhere. Except the oasis.
It's the year 2045, and humanity has gotten caught up in a virtual reality game called the Oasis. Tye Sheridan plays Wade Watts, a teenager who life hasn't been too kind to, that's obsessed with the Oasis, its creator, and the challenge that the creator left before he died. The challenge is, you have to complete these 3 mini games, if you will, and the first person to complete the 3 mini games gets total control of the Oasis and life as we know it. Coming into this, I didn't really have expectations, good or bad, for the movie. I'd seen a couple of trailers and we had reacted to one back around the time of San Diego Comic-Con, and I felt like, yeah, this looks like a fun movie, but I wasn't too excited. I just thought maybe it could be good, maybe not. And I left the theater with this being in my top 5 favorite sci-fi movies that aren't called Star Wars. While there is an underlying message to the movie, I definitely don't think that the plot is all that challenging or what I like to call a thinking movie. It's just a fun movie. I definitely think that if you start to really think about some of the specifics about the world it builds and the rules, if you will, of the society and the game, it won't make a lot of sense. And I definitely think people could get derailed by that. But if you're willing to check reality at the door, it's a ton of fun.
I just came here to escape. But I found something much bigger than myself. I found my friends.
What up, Z?
I found love.
The thing I found most enjoyable in this movie are the 2 main leads, Wade and Samantha. Tye Sheridan and Olivia Cooke both bring this undeniable chemistry to the role that is just, they're goddamn adorable. They're 2 just nerdy kids, and it's just, they're adorable. And the rest of the cast is a ton of fun too, with the standout being Ben Mendelsohn, who was also in Rogue One. He plays a stereotypical evil businessman, and I've only seen him in Rogue One and this, but God, can he be a fun, crazy villain. Also a character I found really enjoyable was T.J. Miller as this evil henchman type. It's nice to see him in a kind of blatant advertising movie like the Emoji Movie, but actually, you know, it being funny with him having a good character. He's really fun in his role, and overall the cast is just so much fun to watch in this movie. Easily the most incredible aspect of this movie are the visuals and the world building. The CG characters are so well integrated into the background, whether it's CG or there's one scene where where Wade's avatar is in the real world, and it's outstanding. They had to have motion captured their faces onto the avatars, because the avatars don't feel real per se, but you can definitely tell that they're really there, if you know what I'm saying. Like in that scene where Wade's avatar is in the stereotypical evil businessman's office, the word that keeps coming to mind is it does feel like he's really there with them, and it's not just an invisible... He's not looking at nothing like some bad CG films end up having troubles with. And I would say the most fun part of the movie is just to play guess the reference and spot the cameo. This movie is oozing with pop culture references, from video games to 80s movies to science fiction to comic books. It's every nerd's treat getting to be like, hey, there's this character, there's that character, there's this character. My favorite is that Tracer from Overwatch cameos 3 times. Granted, they're all a second apiece, but like, I love Overwatch, so it was really cool seeing Tracer. And a friend of mine said, we interrupt this review because I'm stupid and almost spoiled something that's quite fun, a fun surprise in the climax. Skip to this point if you don't want this minor plot point spoiled. A friend of mine said this, and I agree with him, that you wouldn't think that you want to see the Iron Giant fight Mega Godzilla, but that happens in the climax. And it's amazing. It's just, it's a pop culture nerd's dream. And I loved it for that.
Help us save the Oasis.
Ready Player One is a delight from start to finish. Despite its minor plot issues, its great cast, gorgeous effects, and incredibly fun pop culture tie-ins make it one of the most enjoyable experiences at the movies so far this year. A 4.5 out of 5.